So now that we're done ranting about that, I think we've got all our points across. It's a Jurassic Park ripoff. Godzilla looks like shit. CGI is terrible. Matthew Broderick and everybody else was led by a poor direction by Roland Emmerich and a horrible screenplay by Dean Devlin, whatever you want to call him. So yeah, that's not as bad as Godzilla's Revenge, but definitely one of the worst. One of the best, though. My favorites, though, are, of course, the original, Terror of Mechagodzilla. Let's just talk about the monsters, actually, because there's tons of great monsters throughout this full series. There's, like I said, Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah, the three-headed monster,
Mothra,
Mothra,
whatever you want to say.
Yeah, oh, thank you. Rodan. I mean, this is just a huge, great selection. Actually, Rodan got his own movie, and that was a very good monster movie. I enjoyed that one immensely. But yeah, I mean, he's had lots of great foes, and that's what I love about the movie. Of course, Godzilla Final Wars. That's what I enjoy about that one. Constant action, and then Godzilla Destroy All Monsters. That's another great one. And of course, when they fight King Ghidorah, just a big throwdown with all the monsters and everything. That's just great stuff. That's always fun to watch. But then I also like it when Toho realizes, kind of like the James Bond series, where it gets so over the top that they should bring it back to its original roots. They do that with Godzilla, too. Because after Terror of Mechagodzilla, we had like a huge finale of the original series. It was a sequel to Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, and Godzilla fought two monsters. It was a big 20-minute epic battle, and the next movie, I think it was Return of Godzilla, he was back being a force of destruction again. And I just like how Toho does that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to say my favorite enemy that Godzilla has faced is King Ghidorah. That's
really?
Yeah, because he's just the biggest foe. Godzilla couldn't beat him alone, and it's like, that's just awesome. There's so much tension to the story then, because when Godzilla has a foe that's tough to beat, it adds more tension to the story, because in most of them,
Godzilla just whoops their asses.
Yeah, like, I mean, the few exceptions were with Mothra and King Kong. Let's talk about that for a little bit. We need to touch on that. Godzilla versus King Kong. And then...
Oh, God, this again. I was actually going to buy that on IMDb, not on IMDb, in HMV, which is a movie store kind of show. But I immediately refused and got the original King Kong instead.
It's like, my webcam's on, so I can make a better, I'll do a better version of King Kong versus Godzilla right now. Here, I'll just use this box of Corn Pops. Okay, so pretend I'm Godzilla and that's Corn Pops is Godzilla. King Kong. Oh, I just spilled my Corn Pops. That wouldn't actually happen in a real Godzilla versus King Kong movie, but if it did, I'd laugh. But yeah, I just did a better...
King Kong versus... Godzilla versus Corn Pops.
Okay.
That would be a movie I would see.
Yeah, I would pay to see that. But yeah, so now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about what we expect from the new one, directed by a real Godzilla fan, actually. His name's Gareth Edwards, and he's said himself that he loves Godzilla, and he wanted to make a faithful, entertaining movie. And with that mindset, I think that really helps the movie, and I'm thinking this is going to be excellent. I mean, you got a fantastic cast. You got Bryan Cranston, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, and you got some great special effects. You got what looks like a very gritty story reverting back to the King of Monsters.
Yeah.
If it accomplishes all of those, I will be super happy, because now we can take... as of now, Zilla from the Matthew Broderick film is considered the American Godzilla. If this movie delivers, we will redeem ourselves in America as the American Godzilla. Now, obviously, you wouldn't care about that because you're in the UK, but...
Yeah. But, I mean, the same similar kind of thing applies. I mean, American, I don't even think there's a UK Godzilla. But...
No.
This movie has... a lot to live up to. I mean, it's got to kind of please original Toho Godzilla fans without without completely being this, film that just caters to that specific group.
I think it's
got to cater to everyone while impressing Toho fans, and that's a hard thing to do.
Yeah. but I think
And
they
I
can
mean,
pull it
it,
off.
it can't be this cheesy, low budget. Well, not say
Right.
low budget. This cheesy kind of low budget film with a bunch of people in their Godzilla suits. It can't be
Yeah.
that because people will not pay to see that film. I mean,
Mm-mm.
in this day and age, they won't. I mean, back in the 60s, 70s, well, 50s, 60s, 70s, and
Even
and all that.
80s. Yeah.
People didn't mind that.
No, but
But
now
in
there's a
this
lot
day
more
and
to
age,
live up to.
you can't
Yeah.
exactly pass something off
But
like that.
I have faith. I believe that it'll be a great movie. The trailers have been very promising. I'm hoping it will be great. One of the best. It looks like it could be one of the best. So yeah, we'll have to find out. In the UK, May 15th, and then for America, May 16th. So
Yep.
that wraps up our Godzilla movie video, everybody. Thank you for sitting through 25 minutes and 40 seconds of us talking about Godzilla.
Wow,
Look
the time flies when you're doing
It
these kind of
does.
things.
So hope you guys subscribe to the Worldwide Collabors. Look forward to some gaming videos by Colin Wilson and some more stuff by Ben Cobb Productions and me, JR23. Subscribe to all our channels. Blah 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 blah
Guys,
blah.
so I also kind of hope that I'll eventually maybe get on to do some videos which are based, primarily on rants, which I've been meaning to do on my own channel, but I don't think will quite fit in. But I think if this kind of fresh start, this is a new channel, so I think I might cater towards that area.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing more comedy on this channel than like what I usually do. So like I said, look forward to all this great stuff coming your way. Thanks again for watching. So long, everyone.